Hello, students. Welcome to chapter 9 of our medical terminology class. We are continuing the terms constructed with Latin roots, and after chapter 8 that dealt with nouns and adjectives, we are moving towards English words formed from Latin verbs. So you have a list of new suffixes in this chapter, and then a list of, a vocabulary list of which I will give you also a handout. But I want to point out a few things that you will find especially on pages 108 and 109 in the boxes that are sort of important and maybe not immediately clear in your textbook, so I want to go over them a little bit. First of all, as we said during the when we studied Greek verbs, both Latin and Greek verbs, but like English ones, may have different stems from depending on the tenses. So just like we did the example, I think, of go, went, gone for an English verb, okay, that you don't use goed to make the past. The same happens with many Greek and Latin verbs. So sometimes you have words, medical terms or scientific terms coming from one stem, from the stem of the present, but of a verb, but then you can have also something from the same verb, but from the stem of the past that might confuse because you don't recognize it immediately. So you need to memorize both forms, and they are indicated in the vocabulary list. For example, one famous verb is the verb, very common verb, famous in the sense very common, is the verb fero, which has these different forms in Latin: fero, ferre, tuli, latum. Okay, fero is the present indicative, ferre is the present infinitive, tuli is the past first person, and latum is the past participle. And you will see that you will find words deriving from fer, from the stem fer, but also from lat. For example, in the exercise that you will do for this chapter, you will find the word ablation, okay, that you have to dissect. I'm trying to avoid the light here. And you will find it like this, okay? Ab is the suffix, the prefix from the preposition ab in Latin, that means away from. The verb fero means to bring, to carry, okay? Lat comes from this verb, but it's the past participle, okay? And ion is a suffix indicating a noun, okay? So something to keep in mind, because you can find lat, but you also can find fer here, for example, okay? In the word afferent, you find the preposition ad, in which the D becomes F in front of another F, okay? It assimilates, that's the term assimilation when a consonant behaves like this, okay? Since adfer, it's difficult to pronounce, it becomes af, okay? And here you have the verb fer, the form fer, taken from the present stem rather than from the past participle. In here, I want to point out also something else. And this form that you will find, ant or ant, derives from participles in Latin. Participles are as you know, verbal adjectives. Okay, and I want to give you two examples in English. If I say the father is loving his children, okay, is loving is the present progressive, and loving is part of the verb, okay, or even a father loving his children just without is. But if you say a loving father, okay, then the verb becomes an adjective there, okay? And so loving is the participle that functions as an adjective, it's the verbal adjective. Just like a paid bill, okay? I paid the bill, paid is the past, okay? But the paid bill, in that case, paid works as an adjective, and it's a participle, okay, working as a verbal adjective. So these participles in Latin are behave exactly like adjectives and have a form in ns, ntis, that gives the English ant or ant as in their derivation, okay? So you will find this very often, and actually I want to give you some examples, some more examples of this, but in a different case. So in the next video, so I'll stop here because otherwise this video is too long, and I will go on into the next one still for chapter 9.